What's up everyone, it's Matt Mrzik, aka MVM97, and this is going to be a video about Freya, my first work in progress. So, since I got back from Wonderfest, I started working on continued working on my latest commission, which was the 172nd Gyaradoga. So I figured I'd start prepping Freya while that's soaking and stuff, so this is going to be a long project. She's a big kit, and I did an unboxing a little while ago, and all this is original sculpt, first casting and everything. It's going to need a little work. So what I've been doing tonight, and I actually took some pictures to post on Facebook, is I started cleaning up the elves. And this is the first guy I started working on. And you can't see, but you can see some red Sharpie there that I normally do. I went through and just marked the seam line where it was. And it took me about, 20 minutes to clean that up. It wasn't bad, but it's got all these little nooks and crannies. Like in the hair, in the helmet there, down in the ears, in the chainmail. So it wasn't bad, it's just lots of details to go through. And this guy's got some pretty good bubbles I gotta fix. You can see there on the bottom of his tunic, his knee, and the bottom of this leg. No big deal. I drill them all out, they're ready to fill. I'll fill those after I wash them in Purple Power, that way it's got something good to stick on. So I got him cleaned up. And then I wanted to kind of get these elves placed on the base. And initially I was going to pin them, like Jim Capone did, but I decided to go with magnets instead. So what these have in them, I used 3/8 by 1/8 earth magnets. And I get these at K&J Magnetics. They have every size you need. The prices are good and they're really good customer service. So I drilled out a few holes in the base. There's one here for this guy, for this little guy, and there's two over here for the other elves. Since they're holding the mirror, I wanted them to be rock solid. So you can see I put a magnet in the bottom there, and then it's not focusing on the foot. Anyway, you can see where the magnet is right there, and then I filled it with super glue and talcum powder. If you've never used that before, it's a really good filler. It helps the super glue dry hard, and that magnet's never coming out of there. Did the same thing down here. There's one magnet in there and one magnet in his toe. So now when I put him on there, he's not going anywhere. He's a little bit wobbly right now because I don't have it out. There's a little piece of hair that goes underneath the back side. Let's see if I can spin this around. I didn't notice it until I really started looking at the pictures. There's a little piece of hair that sticks underneath here, and it wraps around, so that actually kind of helps, the wedges under there kind of helps them prop up. So what I'll probably do is when I get that hair painted, I'll probably glue it to the base, so that when he sits there, he'll stay still. So that's how that guy goes in. And then I wanted these guys really rock solid because he's got to hold this guy up who's holding the mirror. So again, on this guy, I did a magnet in each foot, same size. You can see there where it's been filled in and sanded smooth. And I'm not worried about this being really smooth because you're not going to see it. And that's actually smoother than it was than the casted kit. So I may go back and do it again, but you're not going to see it. And in here, I actually put two magnets in. I stacked 2 3/8 there and 2 of the 3/8 there. And this guy, when he goes in, he's rock solid. I probably could pick up the base. So I can pick up the base with that guy. Not quite. But I can turn it upside down and he's not coming off. So he's rock solid. Which then means this guy, remember the knee goes in. Because he's holding the mirror, I just wanted them to be really solid, that they wouldn't fall over. And then this guy goes here. And I positioned him in a way so I could kind of turn him a little bit so his eyes are sculpted to look up at Freya. So they're looking up at her since he's holding all the helmets. And then, so I kind of got her all kind of dry fitted. I'm doing this on my phone, so I'm hand holding. Let's see a little focus. There we go. Oh, I turned autofocus on, that's why I wasn't focused. I turned autofocus off. So we'll get her kind of positioned here. Like that. And I don't know if I need a magnet down here. That's a pretty good size pin. I'm not sure if I'm going to glue her together or magnetize her together. So she goes there. And then there you go. So that's kind of the kit. Dry assembled. My battery may die here in a second. Let's see. And I got the mirror kind of fitted. It didn't fit exactly. I had to put the mirror down on the back side. I traced out where it wasn't fitting and I trimmed it to fit. No big deal. It took about 5 minutes. And the mirror will sit up in here like so, very nicely. And then where's the crow? And here's the crow. He'll sit up here like that. So looking pretty good. I do have a tape measure. I think it's 18 inches tall. I don't have her horns on, so I can get it close. This will be a short video, about 5 minutes. Let's see how tall she is. So to the top of the head, she's right at 15.5 inches. So she's about 17 inches tall and down. I said 18 inches in my unboxing. But there you go. Oh, I did want to point out that even though this is a Filmy's Girls kit, and I'm going to rag on Filmy here for a second. Nothing against you, Mark. So I was looking at this kit a little bit closer, and I'm going to do this. Her skin's going to need a little bit more work than anticipated. It needs some sanding. It's probably need a little putty work, but it's not as smooth as like the Stella kit was. Now again, Stella didn't have a whole lot of skin. But the closer I looked at this, I realized a little more work she's going to need to get the skin looking the way I want. Just nice and smooth. So, you know, it's part of modeling. Lots of sanding. So that's Stella work in progress number 1. To get this far, I spent a couple hours, maybe 2.5 hours to get that first elf cleaned up and get those 3 guys situated where I want the base. So, not too bad. Again, just a lot of sanding ahead of me. And the next step I'll do is I'll go ahead and clean up the other 2 elves and get those seam lines removed and go from there. So, until next time, it's Matt Mrozik, aka MVM397, signing off.